So Venezuela is currently preparing for war. They are mobilizing large number of troops to prepare for an American invasion. Now this reminds me of what I spoke about recently on this platform, that surprise awaits America in Venezuela. If they are not careful, they will be locked up in another war, just like the war in Vietnam or Afghanistan. Now, Lavrov said Russia is not going to get involved in terms of sending troops to Venezuela if Venezuela don't ask for Russian help. Now Venezuela has asked for weapons from Russia, so Russia already sent 2 warship destroyers to the coast of Venezuela, and they've also provided some air defense systems to Venezuela. But in terms of troops on the ground, remember in that particular update, I told you guys that I don't see Russian boots on the ground. Really, I don't really see that happening. But Lavrov said they are not going to get involved if they don't ask for their help. By the way, this has always been Russian foreign policy. This is the case back in Yugoslavia. When I talk about Russia, I keep referring you guys to history, because Russia is a country full of history. Their leaders act based on their history. That has always been the case with Russia. So if you don't understand their history, you will never understand anything about Russia. You continue running around with this Western media narrative, which is full of nonsense, right? So back in the Yugoslavia war, the Russians told the Americans that you have no right to intervene in Yugoslavia. These are internal matters unless Yugoslavia asks for help. I hope you guys remember just recently the Iran incident. Iran and Israel, right? The recent standoff between them. So a lot of people are wondering, why didn't Russia go in to help? Russia will never come in. If you have no alliance with them, if you don't ask for their help, they will not come in. It's your business. And this is good for the world. You don't interfere in people's matter. If they don't want you in their country, don't go. If this was the foreign policy of America, the world would have been at peace. You don't interfere in people's matter. Simple. It's their choice. It's their country. Whatever goes on in their country is their business. If the country doesn't threaten you, you have no business going there. If you don't threaten Russia, they won't come. That has been their foreign policy ever since the Cold War. The main reason why Russia agreed and send these destroyers and weapons to Venezuela, I think the Russians are trying to send a clear message to America that, look, if you can come to our backyard, if you can come to Ukraine and support Ukraine with weapons, then in reverse, we can also do the same thing. So we are also sending weapons to Venezuela. Simple. Officially, America has not sent troops to Venezuela officially. We all know American boots are on the ground, but they are there in the name of mercenaries, right? So officially, America is not sending boots to the ground, or there are not American boots on the ground officially, right? Those who are there are unofficial. In return, I think the Russians are also trying to play the same game here. We are not going to send boots on the ground. Okay, we are just doing what America is doing in Ukraine. We are also sending troops. We are also sending just weapons to go in and support the people of Venezuela, just like what America is doing in Ukraine. Simple. Opinion is very, very important. Thank you very much for your endless support. Shalom. See you guys in the next episode.